Hello, the Brew Crew, and welcome to a new episode of my low league management save here. And I have this Milan shirt just because that's the only thing I can have without burning to death or whatever. So yeah, we are back here playing Barnet today. They are 5th, we are 14. Yeah, I'm probably going to be mid-table mediocrity because I don't see any sort of form or any. It would be if we would sign some players that would largely improve our team, like some central midfielder or such. But right now it doesn't seem to happen. Very inconsistent. So yeah, as you can see here, the good thing I should say is that we lost 2 matches in a row. They have lost 4 matches in a row. So it wasn't great there. Start on after we lost to Bristol, and I thought, oh, it's probably going to not be great for the morale. So Ben Boyce scoring the goal there. Or no, we did that match. So yeah, I'm sorry I showed you that because that was wasteful. Against Wycombe we won 3-1 away. We dominated the match, has 16 shots. Almost a little bit sloppy to not score more goals, to be fair. And as you see, it was a draw for a long while, but Kevin Osborne scored a goal for us there, and then Rigan Base with the 3-1 goal, and then unfortunately not Newport County, and not County. Newport County, we lost against them fairly even. We should have at least got a draw, I feel like. But everyone was, I mean, they are not like terrible, as you can see here on the stats. I guess this Osborne and Base was not awful, but as you can see, they have 6.6 and 6.5 and 6.8, but it's just good enough for whatever. Halifax, we won here. Unfortunately, we got a red card on Adam Richards. He did score on a free kick here. Fairly lovely free kick there. And Eddie England with the goal. So I might actually show you the free kick. As you can see, we won the possession, but they actually had more shots. So it was fairly lucky there that we won that. Unfortunately, against FC United, we did not manage to get any points against them. I hope that we would surprise and maybe get some point, but it wasn't to be there really. Board way, we should have done better. At least got a draw here. But as you can see, we created like no chances on target. Darren Jacobs, I did some changes here and played with offensive midfielder, and Darren Jacobs scored right away, so that was nice to see. And then Darren Gibson scored again, so man of match 2 matches in a row when he got his to play in his favorite role. Yeah, pretty lucky, probably pretty lucky, but they did not have that many chances, but they dominated the ball there. And then Grimsby, we won. No, we lost. We lost against Grimsby here in the FI Trophy. Fairly even, but did not manage to be good enough. Mansfield, probably one of our better matches actually. Was the player fairly decent? Adam Hoyt was not on the field though. Again, a goal scored there by Adam Richards, I believe, on a free kick, and then Richard Miller with the totally defining goal there. And then against Solomon, that is a top team, we lost 1-0 there. We did not create that many chances, so that was well deserved. So I wouldn't say that it's been undeserved. We have just, I mean, we're not terrible enough to get relegated, as you can see. We have just -1 in goal difference. So we're actually 3 points over Newport County. As you can see, we're 11 points. we are actually near it, so it's not impossible to get to the playoff, but it's definitely going to be difficult. We can at least come up to 10th there, but it's 7 points. It seems like a lot still. So Eddie England again, best top scorer there. Hoyt, Miller with 3 goals on. That's not good enough for a third choice striker there. Liam Morris with most assists now. Sam Rees, Stanyard. Yeah, they are getting up there, but still not. And no one is over 7. That's probably why we're not on the upper half of the table, to be fair. Eddie England with 8 goals, but 8 goals in 21 starts isn't great. Let's say that. And Adam Richardson, he has been superb, but 2 red cards. He seems a little bit high on aggression. And then Freck Moore there, who has been terrible then. Scott Smith has not been great, but he's not gotten game time too much, and Joe Taylor has not been great either. But most of this is just reserves. I would say that the most disappointing player is Justin Matthews. He's supposed to be a starting player and supposed to be a second best defender, but he has been unfortunately very inconsistent. So I don't know, maybe I should have sold him. I pissed him off after all, trying to sell him, but maybe I should have sold him then and there. So we are going with this lineup against Barnett, Troik in goal, Joe Pierce, Cudworth actually been better than Matthews. Justin Matthews, Liam Morris, Richardson. So we're trying a sort of diamond. Stanyard, Millington. I know he's not great, but we're still trying it just out. And Jacobs there, Darren Jacobs, Regan Base. There should be a target man, and Hoyt. Just because they are still doing kind of decent. None of us striker has been great. Let's be fair. Most disappointed are Richard Miller. He's supposed to be the best player. It might be that this is his first senior season, so that might be the reason. It's just adjusting to the league or whatever, but it's still not great. Regan Base, I mean, 6 points, that's not terrible off the 8 start, and 7 goals. It's a little bit problematic. I would say that England has decently, but after this, he's still been very inconsistent. I mean, I'm not expecting so much of Regan Base and Hoyt. I can see them being inconsistent, but it's just so frustrating when we bought in player that is actually better than them, and they are underperforming, sort of, because or you could say that Hoyt and Regan Base is overperforming. I don't know what is right. Maybe both is right, actually. Still don't see. I think Adam Hoyt is probably still going to score like 10 goals. Regan Base fills a fairly important role as target man. We don't have that many other target mans, target player, I believe. Eddie England is more of a poacher, and Richard Miller is advanced forward, so he serves a purpose still in the team. 35 points, so at least tonight we're not going to get relegated. And so our best positions, it might be weird. I still don't feel like this season is great, but it might be weird. We're probably not going to beat the points record, but we might beat the, what do you call it, the possession records, and still I'm like super disappointed. But just, or I shouldn't say that it has to go fast, but the progress is so slow. But it's interesting. We still have a I believe the new owner has not taken over a club, so we'll see what happened with that as well. Milanton has not been great. I don't know. No one is really shined through, but no one has been really woeful either, so it's difficult. Okay, let's bring in you then, just to make some sort of change. I mean, a draw isn't terrible though, and we have the one shot, they have none shot, so I guess we have neutralized them pretty good after all. Should we? I'm going to probably go on him to attack more. Me a more offensive threat there. Of course. First shot on target and they score. That's just lovely. That's just lovely. Don't just love that. That's typical for manager. Have one shot and that's just a magnificent shot and they score. I actually don't think I give it to Hoyt actually a new contract, because I've tried to lowering his contract. I've signed with Regan Base, but Hoyt is difficult. He is after all second best goal scorer, but he is 31, so I would like him to take a pay cut and earn like 900 euros is probably per month. I know it's low, but every little penny we can save. Maybe I need to see Richard Miller's, but I did lower some of the wages actually, to be fair, so after all that was necessary. Sam Rice and Cavallero. I have to at least go for this. Still is 1-0, so that was not great. Interception or whatever. We're just so undeadly, whatever to say. And I thought when I brought in the... Maybe that was the problem, that I brought in them. They were all sort of balanced for both Base and Hoyt. They are not getting any younger. And the same actually with the other fellow. This is not deserved. At least not 2-0 is not deserved. Seriously, they've like done nothing here. Okay, they probably had more of the ball, but it's not like chance why they created so much more, barely even in possession there as well. So it's like, really, could have maybe with a little bit luck and sort of a, yeah, beast strike lucky. I totally agree with the commentator. So we have Bill Ricky. Bornham should be able to win some of these matches. Older shots. So we will see if we can bring in some player. I think I'm going to be back against Suit, and then we're going to play or South Shields, and then we're going to do the last match of the season against the Port Wales. So yeah, but I should probably just show you here, just for the heck of it, that we need, we need central midfielder or offensive midfielder. Left winger maybe. We have Osborne after all, but the problem is the winger right now. They're not doing enough points really. So yeah, and we will just see if we can find. And that's so annoying. He has like 1 star more than England. He hasn't really shown that so far, to be fair. But oh well. Or I should just check. But I think which is annoying as well. Continue to take talks regarding the takeover. So I actually can't do any transfer right now, even if it is the transfer windows. I hope that works out well in the end, and I don't have to we don't have to be blocked for the whole transfer window, but it is what it is. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a good tea and a good coffee day, and I see you soon again. So bye.